We're in Coldstream in the Scottish Borders today at McGregor Farms. We're here to see David Fuller, the farm manager, who's in the second year trialling the Inatreq Active fungicide.
The size of the toolbox is just about adequate at the moment, but it's quite reassuring that there's new chemistry with different modes of action coming through, reliability and persistence from the chemistry that we're using, and a flexibility on timing that allows us to cover large acreages with a minimal amount of equipment.
So we're about 10 days after your T2 application on the Inatreq plot. How are the crops looking today from your perspective?
We've had a very, very dry spell of late, which has dampened down quite a bit of disease. We did have a decent amount of septoria earlier on in the grafting, but then with a cold spring followed by quite a dry period, although it was looking very wet to mid-April, disease pressure has reduced significantly through its growth stages.
What is it you're looking for from the product this year?
That it isn't worse than our farm standard and that it does perform equally, and if not better. Going forward, we'd like something that has a bit more curative activity. It's almost a year of records all around. Very late spring, followed by a very early harvest, the earliest harvest we've ever seen in the Scottish Borders. Drought stress was probably the biggest concern. The field the crop was in is quite variable with some light and heavier patches, and that showed through when we harvested the crop. We did notice again with the Inatreq trial, it was slightly more golden and darker in the straw. The difference this year being that the Inatreq yielded considerably more than the farm standard, which is quite encouraging. Last year the yields were close to the farm standard, so there was no detriment to using Inatreq. This year they're better, so on average we're looking at better effects from the Inatreq at the moment. It's great to see different technologies now in agriculture. It's not just a cloth hat and a farmer with wellies on it. It's getting out there and using cutting edge science and technology to grow the crops.